Hi, everybody. I'm Grant Goodman. I am the author of the Agent Darcy and Ninja Steve novel series for readers 8 and up. I started writing these books when I was a middle school English teacher, and I wanted to create action adventure novels for young readers. I grew up loving cartoons and comics, and while my drawing skills never quite panned out to make that possible for me to create, I always loved creative writing and martial arts, and that's how this book series came to life. I am excited to say that the fourth book in the series will be coming out before the end of 2020. I have just finished up the early draft work for that one, but today I want to read to you an excerpt from book one, Agent Darcy and Ninja Steve, Tiger Trouble. So, uh, Ninja Steve is a 12-year-old ninja. He lives in an all-ninja village. He goes to ninja school. Agent Darcy is a 13-year-old secret agent in training at a place called the Bureau of Sneakery, where she is learning how to be the best secret agent she can be. And in this first book, it's about how the two of them meet and become friends and go on adventures together. This particular chapter is from Ninja Steve's perspective, and it's a little bit about ninja school. I hope you enjoy. A true ninja does not name his katana, said Sensei Rahim, addressing his students as they all stood in the field of tall purple grass. The grass was tall enough to reach Sensei Rahim's chest. Just as you do not name your arms, you do not name your katana. Ninja Steve immediately named his arms. His left arm was Dr. Cyborg, and his right arm was Valcor the Great. Why wouldn't you name your arms? That seemed like a cool thing to do. Today, you will be practicing the art of precision. Watch carefully. There was a flash of light as Sensei Rahim drew his katana and returned it to its sheath. He waved his hand and then smiled. The rest of the students looked at each other. What had they missed? Sensei, I don't see what... Ninja Thomas started to say, but Sensei Rahim threw a tomato into his face before he could finish. Ninja Steve, tell me what happened, Sensei Rahim said, with crossed arms. Your sister was the only one in her class who was able to. Steve hadn't been paying attention. Nora would have, and that was why she would have known what Sensei had done. Instead, Steve had been wondering why the grass was purple. Nowhere else in Ninjastoria had purple grass, let alone tall purple grass. Sensei, you, cut a single blade of grass with your katana, he said. Sensei Rahim grunted and threw a gold sticker at Steve. It was shaped like a sword, and it hit Steve in the middle of his forehead. That is for being correct, said Sensei, and Steve glowed with pride. And this is for not paying attention, but still getting a lucky guess. The tomato came speeding toward his face. Steve leaned to the right and dodged it, only to be hit by a red onion right behind it. Onions, it turned out, hurt far more than tomatoes. Now, you will draw your katana once, you will make one cut, and you will trim one blade of grass. Get to work. The ninjas spread out silently, and the purple grass folded in around them as they settled into new spots. Steve heard the clank of Samurai Sam's armor not too far away. He wanted to talk to Sam, but didn't want to risk another vegetable to the face. Steve gripped the hilt of his katana, which was a rough shark skin covered in thin ribbons of silk. His saya, the scabbard, was solid black wood. The silver blade he drew was exactly 2 feet long, stamped with an image of a sunburst just above the tsuba, the guard. The katana had been in his mother's family for centuries, dating back at least as far as the Interstellar Pixie Rebellion. Not as far back as the Dinosaur War, though. He would have to find a good, proper name for the sword. After half an hour of attempts, Ninja Steve was grumpy and sweaty. Sensei had compared him to Nora in front of everyone. So many teachers did that. Steve had lousy test scores, was terrible with any weapon other than a sword, and wasn't interested in most of his classes. Year after year, his teachers mentioned Nora's early admission to college, her deadly accuracy with a blow dart gun in Super Bowl 25, and her decision to double major in ghost studies and spin kicks. Nora was, aside from President Ninja, the leading ninja expert on ghosts, and was giving monthly lectures at the university. Steve gripped the handle of his sword and stared straight ahead, looking past the grass instead of at it. He drew his sword slowly with a long breath. He turned to his right, cut as quickly as he could, and returned his sword to its sheath. A single stalk of purple grass blew away in the wind. A gold sword sticker from Sensei Rahim hit Steve on his chin before he could even realize what had happened. When he did, he shouted and drew his sword and cut again, convinced he could repeat his task. Unfortunately, Steve couldn't manage to do it again. Every time his katana clipped through several blades of grass. The wind was no help either. Unfortunately, Steve couldn't manage to do it again. Every time his katana clipped through several blades of grass. The wind was no help either. Class was dismissed for lunch. Drawing, swinging, and sheathing a sword so many times had worn everyone out. Steve had finished his cafeteria duty yesterday, and today Sensei Chow was serving lunch on his own. It was teriyaki chicken with edamame and steamed rice, Ninja Steve's favorite. "Steve, you have 2 stickers on you," Samurai Sam said as they moved down the line. "Where'd the second one come from?" "I cut the grass," Steve said. So there's a quick excerpt from Agent Darcy and Ninja Steve, Tiger Trouble. Get to meet Steve's ninja teacher, Sensei Rahim, legendary warrior, but also legendary gardener, along with Steve's best friend, Samurai Sam. But there are just like so many fun characters who I got to create and meet along the way, and I'm hoping you'll get the chance to meet them too. So thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Be well. Bye.